What's up, YouTube? I'm Brett from Rants. As always, guys, if y'all enjoy our content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Alright, guys. Jared Leto gets a second chance as Joker. I think we're all pretty familiar of that by now. Zack Snyder is going to put this new version of, new and upgraded version, supposedly, of Jared Leto's Joker up in his Snyder Cut. But every time I look at that, every time I look at this new version of Joker, I almost want to kind of laugh and cry all at the same time. Because, yes, he did get rid of the damage on his forehead and the grill. And maybe even the laugh. I'm hoping he got rid of the laugh. If he didn't get rid of the laugh, like, there's no way you could have made that Joker even suitable. That was a joke. That was the worst laugh. Whoever was the person that said, "You got that laugh down, Jared Leto," that person was a liar. And that person should be kicked out of Hollywood, because that was the worst laugh that I've ever heard on screen. In fact, I would even go so far to say the Urkel laugh was more enjoyable to my ears than Jared Leto's Joker's laugh. That was horrible. It was horrendous. It was sad. It was pathetic. Jared Leto as an actor it's not groundbreaking. I've seen him in some decent roles. I won't say that, he's going to be like, an A-list celebrity or anything like that. At least not acting wise. Now I feel like, he's gained a reputation as a, for his band, 30 Seconds to Mars. I mean, like, I think he does a pretty good job with that, but I just don't feel like this Joker part is right for him. I gave him a chance when it come in the Suicide Squad. I was like, well, if they take away, this, and they take away that, maybe they could kind of work with that Joker. I don't feel that way anymore, because I'm like, this guy doesn't know a good middle ground. And by good middle ground, I mean anything in between Joaquin Phoenix and Heath Ledger. Go for that. Like, you can be darker with, like, Joaquin Phoenix's version of it, but you could still kind of have that, I don't know, that personable, that kind of I won't say funny, because Heath Ledger really wasn't funny in his role as the Joker, but he was somebody that you as a fan could look at and be like, that's an interesting character. That's a character I want to know more about. That's a character that's a real threat. That's a character that I enjoy every time he's on screen. Like, that's the way I feel towards Heath Ledger's Joker. Now, I wasn't a huge fan of Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, but I will give him this. He, like Jared Leto, tried something new and different. I just didn't particularly like the movie. I know a lot of people, they say, well, that's probably one of the better versions of Joker. I would disagree. I'm still a big Heath Ledger Joker. I mean, I just feel like that Joker hit the mark in, no matter what genre of, or not what age you grew up watching the Joker as, whether it was the 1960s version, or whether it was the 1980s version, or whether it was modern day versions, that Joker just kind of fit everything that that character personifies. That darkness, that comedy, that ruthlessness, that where, that he's not a guy that you would want to meet on the street. He's someone that even probably the most villainous of characters would not want anything to do with, or would be scared of him, because they don't know where he's going. Like, they don't know what he's capable of. He's the type of guy that, one minute he could be patting you on the back, and next minute he could be shooting you in the face. Like, that's the type of Joker that Heath Ledger played. And I love that version. I did. I will always love that version. But back then, I remember telling my co-host Lance here on Rants or Us, even back then, I'm like, Heath Ledger, why didn't they get that guy? Like, come on, like that guy is going to ruin Joker. And he actually turned out to be the best Joker out there, at least from my perspective. But Jared Leto, I'll never forget when I saw Jared Leto from Suicide Squad. First time I saw him, it was on a cover of a magazine. And I was like, that's not real. That's not real. They would never put something out there like that for the Joker. Oh, but they did. They did. And it was even worse than I could have ever dreamed of. That was like a nightmare version of Joker and not in the right way. Now, apparently, with this one, they're actually going for the nightmare version of Joker. This guy looks like he's straight off of a death metal band cover, CD cover. Like, that's the way he looks. This guy looks like he could be, a lead singer of a group like that. He almost looks like a really bad version of ICP in this. Like, and that's saying something because the real ICP is a really bad version of ICP. But this one actually looks like he could kind of fit into that crew pretty good. I get it. They're wanting him to be dark. Seems like this is a little too dark for my liking. I don't understand why they want to go back. First they were trying the slick back hair, green hair. Now it looks like they're kind of going with the haven't showered in a couple of years look. He looks like he's out of The Crow. Like, he looks like that character. He looks like Sting. I mean, one of those kind of characters. He is just, he's just really, really bad at this role. Give him something else, DC. Give him. I think you've given him enough tries at trying to do this Joker thing right. He's just not suited for this role. Give him something different. I don't even want to see this Joker on screen. Like, I'm to the point where I'm just like, you don't look the part. You can't do that good middle ground very well. You're like, oh, well, this one's a terrible Joker. I went too far with that, but I'm going to go too far on the other side with that. Like, you don't need that. You need that centrist kind of mindset. That mindset of where, okay, we're going to do something. We're going to do my version of that. And it's going to be different, but it's not going to be something so different that fans won't enjoy it. And I get it. Joker over the years, especially lately, has got pretty dark in some ways. The Batman Who Laughs basically looks like this guy right here. And of course, that's probably the darkest version of a Joker that you'll probably ever see. Even though technically it's Bruce Wayne, not Joker, but I don't, when I see this, I don't want to watch this movie. And I don't want to be let down by him again. I don't want to look at this movie and go, you know what? This movie was good except. I don't want except anymore with DC films. I want something on the level of what Marvel has done. Maybe not superb, but decent, watchable, rewatchable. Something that, I could be like, you know what, I'm bored, I'm going to turn on this movie and I'm going to enjoy this movie. Like, you can say whatever you can say about Marvel movies, and I know I say some pretty bad things about them a lot. But one thing that, that I have to at least admit, even being a DC fan, is those movies, even the worst ones, are still, like, you can pop up some popcorn, you can turn that movie on and you can be entertained for 2 hours. DC has not found that right formula for that. And I don't know why. I mean, they literally have Marvel as a blueprint, and yet they still can't get it right. I mean, that just blows my mind. Like, you literally see the formula for success in front of you. Just copy it. That's all they gotta do is, like, copy it with their characters. But no, they either they either go too stupid or too dark, and it just don't work. I'm sorry, it just don't work. I'm not a fan of this version of Joker. Like I said, I don't even want to see it on screen. I don't. I'm not looking forward to the Snyder Cut if this is what's going to be a part of it, because I feel like I'm going to get to this moment where I'm going to go, you know what? The Snyder Cut was great, except, and unfortunately, I think Jared Leto is going to be the except part. Prove me wrong, Jared Leto. Please, I do want you to prove me wrong in this, and I mean that fully. Prove me wrong. Let this just be a really bad picture of you. Let that not be what your Joker is. Don't go down that dark, dark path with this character. You know, kind of have it somewhere in between. But anyways, guys, let me know what y'all think. Let me know if y'all are excited about this Joker. I'm personally not. You know, this, like I said, this makes me not want to even see it. But just don't be my accept, Jared Leto. That's all I ask for. Don't make a great movie into something that is below par, just because of your bad, unique version of Jokers. That's all I got to say on it, guys. As always, thanks for watching.